Very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the fifth and final day of Grace International's Virtual Edifair 2020. We have already completed 12 events so far in the last 4 days, and we've got a couple more to go, including this one. Today, we'll be talking about Torrens University and its courses. Torrens University is a part of Lawrence International University, and it provides undergraduate and postgraduate courses in a variety of areas, including business, technology, design, health, and many more. And it's got campuses in Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane, and Melbourne. We have with us today the country manager for Nepal for Torrens University, Mr. Sunil Shrestha. I'd like to welcome you to this event. How are you, sir?
Hello, Manish. How are you? Good, thank you. How are you? Hello.
Yes, sir. You can proceed. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Sunil Shrestha from Torrens University. I look after Nepal market. Shall we start now, or we have to wait for a few more students coming up?
We can start now, I think.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so as Manish has explained before, like a bit his brief description about the Torrens University, many of you have known a little bit more, so I'll exaggerate a little bit more for the Torrens. So there are like many universities in Australia. So the question is, why do you want to study exactly in the Torrens University? Why not another university? So these are the advantages that the student will have when you study with Torrens University. The number one is, as you know, that Torrens University has a global network access, which means like Torrens University is a part of a Laureate International Universities, which has a globally in like 25 countries worldwide universities, and we have more than 850,000 students worldwide. And only in Australia also we have like 20,000. In 2019 we have 20,000 students. So the global network, what advantage do you have, or the student will have if you study with Torrens is like, let's say after you complete your bachelor's degree in Australia, and if you after, let's say, doing the PSW and getting a work experience for 2 or 3 years, maybe you want to go move out to US or Canada or South America or any other our network universities in Europe. So if you go there, and if you want to transfer your credit, or if you want to do a master's degree in one of these universities, you'll have a few credit. You might have a credit for the courses that you'll be doing. So that is there's one advantage for the student. And second is like for the bachelor's degree, we have an industry placement for each and every student, no matter which stream you study, for business, for IT, for health, for nursing. These are the courses that we offer. So whichever that course you study, you have an industry placement. And for the master's degree, as of now, for the master's degree, we have most our students are domestic, which means they are Australian. So they really don't need an internship for the master's degree. But like for the international students like us, if you require the internship in the master's degree, also if you request it, we do provide for them also. And to name a few, we placed the internship with one of the like most of the top companies in the world, like let's say IBM, PlayStation, Google. These are the few companies that the student who graduate from IT will have an internship. And for the business, of course, there are lots of auditing companies in Australia, so we'll place internship in one of those companies. And for management, if you are going for a bachelor's degree, we'll have industry placement in Australian local company, local the football team or the club, let's say. And if you're going for a master's, we'll send you for the Spain for the internship. Another one, third one, which is very, very important for the international student, is the success coach. We have a success coach, which means that it's one of your friend, let's say friend from our university to you, to guide you to your career, to guide you to your the lecture. Let's say if you have some difficulties understanding the lecture, or if you have difficulties doing the assignment and all, so this success coach which will guide you through your lecture and then assignment. And let's say if you are planning, like let's say most of the graduate student, like when they after the graduate, they do want to work in their own the field which they have studied. So let's say if you are working, you are studying for an IT or a business, and then do you want to work in IT space, success coach, he or she will guide you through your career, like which are the units that you'll be studying for the first year or second year, and then the third year. Or let's say he will guide you through the units that you will need to study in your first year, and then so that in the second year you'll have a knowledge, and then you'll have a the level of thinking that which position that you'll be wanting to work. So these are the major the advantage that every international student will get after they study in Torrens University. We have a international student mix of from 6 continents, and we have a student of more than 118 plus. So this data is of 2018. So in 2019, we have a 20,000 plus student. So in terms of student, we are on top 5 universities in Australia. And unfortunately, we are the youngest university. So thus, we are not right now. We're not ranked in the in Australian the universities thing, because to be ranked, we need at least a 5 years plus. So we are the youngest. So we have just started from 2013. So that's why we have not been ranked. But within this period, we have like 20,000 students, which is very, very good. Like I said, like we are a very fast growing university. In 2020, we have like 19,000. We have 90% of employability in 2009, which means almost 90% of our students, they get employed within a year of graduation, which is very good for the student, because this is the reason why we have a success course. Success course is the major reason why all of our most of our, let's say 90% is most of our students, they get employed after their graduation. And in hospitality sector, in hotel management course, of course, we are number one in Australia. We have a Blue Mountain. And in hospitality, we have 90% graduate employment. And then also we have a 90% of retention, which means that whoever the student, whichever from the country the student comes to our university, they do not leave the university until and unless they complete their course, until they get graduate. So which is very good point for the Torrens University. So these are the ranking so far for Torrens, but like I said, we are not ranked as an whole in Australian university, but we are, however, we are ranked for our colleges, for like Blue Mountain, and for the IT, there's a Billy Blue colleges for design courses. These are the things, like let's say number one in Australia for hospitality course. It's under Blue Mountain. And recently on 2020, we became the 20th global MBA. We are ranked like 20th global MBA from CEO magazine, which is the worldwide magazine. And those of you who are going to study hotel management course, we will give you an internship in William Blue Dining, which is our own university, and I mean with our own restaurant, which is one of the top 10 restaurants in Australia. So, okay, so why to study in Australia? I think most of the students, they know why to study in Australia. Most of the major attraction for international students is like they are allowed to work 20 hours per week, which will give them a chance to get a little bit of pocket money for them, 20 hours per week. to help a little bit of their expenses. And 5 out of the 30 student cities in the world are in Australia. There are Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide. And luckily, in all these four locations, we are located. So we have our campuses in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Adelaide. Australia is the third most popular destination for international students. And regarding the post-study work visa, as you know that there are two types of PSW. Like if you go for Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, you'll be allowed for 2 years. And if you go for Adelaide, you'll be allowed for 3 years. So, okay, like I said, like we are located at 4 locations in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and Adelaide. So if you're going for a business courses, we have this course in all the 4 locations, okay? But some of the courses like for hospitality, we have in Sydney and only in Melbourne. For health, we have in Brisbane, in Adelaide, in Sydney, and some of the courses in Melbourne. Okay, so according to your courses, you will need to have you need to select the location. But I think right now, like most of the courses are offered in most of the locations. Okay, these are our campuses. This is in Adelaide. It's in Wakefield campus. We offer business, design, and creative technology, and health and education in Adelaide. This is Sydney in Rocks. Sydney. This is a William Blue Dining. This is the restaurant that most of the hospitality students they do the internship over here. It's a purely a practical. So like most of the the hospitality hotel management courses, what they do is like when the internship during their practical, most of them they have a bigger hall and they do like a kind of drama between your lecturer, their student colleagues, whereas we offer them to the straight away the practical, that you'll be interacting with the real customer because you'll be working in a real restaurant, and that restaurant is in the top 10 in Australia. This is in Sydney for IT courses. It's in Kent Street for business. Sydney in Fremont. Blue Mountain in Leura. And Melbourne Flinders Street is there. We offer business, design and creative technology, health, education, hospitality, and English courses also. It's Melbourne. It's a Brisbane campus. It's a China and hospitality. We offer the online courses. Okay, as I have mentioned you earlier, for the hospitality, we are the #1 in Australia and New Zealand. We have a top 10 restaurant where the most of the student, where our hotel management student will do the practical. So after you complete your hotel management course, these are the sector that you'll be, you can work or you'll be working, let's say after graduation. If you go for hotel or resort industry, you'll be working as a hotel resort manager, food and beverage, room division, cruise ship. These are the the job position that you'll be working after your graduation if you study hotel management. We have a bachelor's plus a master's. It's a residential campus in Leura. In Leura, in Blue Mountain, when you study, you have to take accommodation. But if you go for William Blue, you can take accommodation outside also. For the internship, the hotel management graduates, these are the hotels, just to name a few. These are the hotels they're working for the practical. And the course structure is like this. There's a 3 years course for bachelor's. Okay, so in the first year you study 1 semester, and the second semester is your industry placement. So in hotel management, the industry placement is a paid internship. You'll have to do the 600 hours of internship within the 3 years. So those hours will be paid. So here it's a 6-month internship placement into two, so that means 12 months in 3 years. I'll just go quickly about the hotel management course because this is looked after by Bella, so I think it will be better if she get in touch with she'll be the better person to explain about the hotel management. So I'll go straight to the business course. Business for MBA, we've been ranked 20th global online MBA recently by CEO magazine, which is a worldwide known magazine. Okay, 93% of the Torrens University graduates, they get employment within 8 months of graduating. This is the research done by the Quilt, the magazine. There's a board called Quilt. They do the research every year for the universities, for college, and everything. So this is an independent research one. We didn't do this. This is a result from Quilt. For a business, we have it's a bachelor of business, and in major you can do marketing or business or event management or the sports management. If you if you study the business of bachelor of business in marketing, you can work as a marketing coordinator, assistant product manager, assistant channel manager, junior brand manager. These are the position that you'll be able to work. And if you want to be accountant or economist or business analyst, you need to study the business. And if you are interested in event management, you can do a bachelor of business in event management. Or if you are into the sports, you can go for bachelor of business sports management. Okay. And there is one more course. It's called a Bachelor of Business Information System. This course is very good if the student you like to go for, let's say, a bit of a business and a bit of a IT, because it's a combination of business and IT. So right now in Australia, most of the companies, they hire the person who has completed the Bachelor of Business Information System, because those students, those graduates who has completed their BBISM, they are fit into the easily fit into the, like, in the management as well in IT system also. So it's a kind of, you are doing a dual degree. So if you see here the list, you can go as a business uh, in a business sector or in IT sector also. Okay, this is a top 10 skill for successful 21st century's worker, like collaboration, innovation. These are all uh, the skill that you will get after you complete your business course. These are the industry placement that you will be provided after completing your business courses. So for the Bachelor of Business or Bachelor of Commerce, if you are interested to start accounting, it's all same. It's a 3 years course. You'll have industry placement at the end of your semester or end of your course. And a Bachelor of Commerce, it's aggregated by CPA, which means you can work as an auditor. Okay. Bachelor of Business Information System, this has not been aggregated by ACS because it's only been 2 years. So they need the ACS needs the university to be completing the graduate after 3 years. So like after 1 year only, we'll be able to get the aggregation from ACS for Bachelor of Business Information. This is MBA, Master in Business Administration. Master is 2 years. Okay, any master's degree in Australia is 2 years. So you'll have it's the first year and the second year. In the first year, you'll study three subjects, and two subjects. Similarly, in the second year, you'll go 3, 3, 2. So there's altogether 6 semesters. Actually, we are in Prime Minister, so we Master in Professional MPA, Master in Professional Accounting. This is also accredited by CPA. Master of Business Administration, MBA Sports Management. This is the course if you are interested or if you are very much keen into sports, because this is basically a business course, of course, but with the sports management. So during your internship in your last semester, we'll send you to Spain to the Real Madrid club to have internship with them for 2 weeks. So when you fly from Australia to Spain and fly back from Spain to Australia, Torrens University will pay for your flights and accommodation, and you'll have a golden chance to spend your time with Real Madrid club, which is I think most of the Nepalese they are very much aware about the club, and they are very much, and we have lots of fan in Nepal. It's a master's degree for a dual if you want to go for MBA and global project management, or it's with the combination with MBA and public health, okay, or the global project plus the MPH public health. These are the few testimonial from different the requirements for the bachelor's. You need to have in your year 12 at least 2.6. If you are going for a scholarship, you need to have 2.8 in your year 12 with IELTS 6.5 overall. But our normal requirement is at least 2.6 in year 12 with 6, not less than 5.5. But if you want to go for a scholarship, you need to have 2.8 in your year 12 with 6.5 overall. And you'll get a 25% scholarship for whole duration of your course. That is for 3 years. And if you're going for a master's, the requirement is at least you need to have in bachelor's 2.5 with IELTS 6.5, not less than 6. But if you are looking for a scholarship, you need to have at least 60% over in your bachelor's degree and 7 overall, and you'll get 20% scholarship for the full course. Okay. This is for the masters. You need to have a 6.5, not less than 6. Okay, and the bachelor's 2.5. This is a fee structure for the undergrad. For a Bachelor of Business, 68,000 for 3 years. Okay, you'll be doing 24 units. Per unit, it'll be 2,850. It's all in Australian dollar. So for now, what we have offer is due to COVID, most of our students, they are not able to go to Australia or travel to Australia because of the travel ban imposed right now by the Australian government. So what we have offered now is like most of the students, if you want to study online from Nepal, for let's say now next intake is September. If you want to study for September online, what you get is you will get 30% scholarship, and then let's say if you enroll in September for online, you'll get 30% scholarship. And after September, we have a November and a Jan 2021. So after September, after completing your one semester, in the next semester, if you go to Australia and want to study face-to-face course, so you'll have a one semester 30% scholarship, and the next time when you go for Australia, when you go for face-to-face, when you apply for a visa, At that time, from that semester, you will be eligible to get the scholarship that according to your academic and your IELTS score. Like I said, like 25% that you'll get for a full course. But as long as you will be studying from Nepal, you'll get 30% scholarship, and you can study minimum one subject. So let's say any of your students are interested to study in September online, okay, so you'll get 30% of this 2,850. And once you travel to Australia, you'll, if you are eligible, you will be getting 25% of the remaining units that you'll be studying in Australia. This 30% offshore online course implies for all the programs.
Sunil sir, we do have a few queries at the moment. Do you want to take them at the end, or can we do them now?
Sure, we
Okay.
can do it now also, no problem.
Okay, Milan Thapa asks, he's a 2019 pass out, and he has
Okay.
definitely some gap, at the moment. So can he apply at Torrens?
Yes, but I need to know more. Let's say if he has a completed course in 2019, correct? I believe he has completed year 12.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I need to know the score, and if he has been appeared to IELTS. I mean, if he has a score of IELTS also, will that be also additional point for me to explain it?
So let's say he meets the requirements. So can he apply? He
Yes, of
meets the
course.
academic and IELTS requirements. Okay.
Yeah, because of course, like each and every student is affected by the COVID, so there is a gap generated for each and every student. So like High Commission also, they are also trying to be a little bit flexible for this one. So yeah, 2019 he can apply if he's eligible.
Okay, so Milan, the answer to your question is if you do meet the requirements set by the Torrens University regarding academics and IELTS, you are eligible to apply. There's another query from Urmila Gautam. She wants more information about sports management course, location, and fees.
Okay. Sports management, is that for bachelor's or the master's?
She doesn't say. Probably
Okay,
masters, I think.
for
What subject
masters.
matter is studied in it?
No, it doesn't matter. Like if you have a background of business course, and if you're going for a MBA, a master's, you need to have BBA or BBS.
Okay.
So that doesn't. So you need to have a background of business course, basically. Okay, and the requirement is, of course, for the masters. In bachelor's, you need to have 2.5, no backlog, less backlog, let's say, and no year, the additional year in your bachelor's degree, with a IELTS 6.5, not less than 6. But if you are going for, if you want to apply for the scholarship, you need to have 7 overall, and you'll have 25% scholarship for the full course.
Okay, thank you, sir. I've got another query from Steve. The student asks, if the required GPA is maintained, do backlogs matter for master's degree?
Yes, it does matter. How many backlogs do you have? It depends. And then which course you have studied. Let's say if you are from the management, the BBA, BBS, we accept the maximum of 3 backlogs. Or if you are from engineering, we accept maximum of 8 backlogs, but no year loss, which means like a bachelor's degrees are in Nepal is 4 years degree. So you must have completed your degree within 4 years with a maximum of 3 years, 3 subjects backlog.
Okay, I think that answers the question because you covered all the areas. Chitish Giri asks, how many students will be there in a classroom face-to-face for Bachelor of Business Information System?
Okay, we have a very small class. Okay, we have only 20 to 25 in a one classroom.
Okay, I think you have already answered this one earlier, but the student asks, Roshan Sigdel asks, is it possible to apply for September intake? I think even if he does, he'll have to study online. Is that right, sir?
I'm sorry, September intake, and what was that?
He asks if it is possible to apply for September intake.
Of course.
So you'll have to do it online, I think.
Uh, it's kind of a little bit difficult to say that whether it will be online or face to face, because uh, NOC is still stopped in Nepal, so the student cannot make a payment. Okay, and the second thing is the High Commission is still closed. I think from today they started issuing the visa pending in High Commission. Those were applied before the COVID, so we still have a pending. And so what I advice is like to go for online for September, and then prepare face to face for the next intake. So this way, student will get a scholarship also. So this way, it will help student for the reducing the tuition fee also, because they will get a 30% scholarship for September intake if they study online. Yeah. And later on, face to face, if they are eligible, they'll get a 25%. If not, whatever they have studied during the online, they'll get a credit as well. So basically, the student will save a tuition fee, a lot of money.
So I just wanted to clear one thing regarding the scholarship, sir. This 30% across all subjects for online study?
Yes.
And 25% if the student meets the requirement. Is it 25% for all subjects for face-to-face classes?
For business. We have a different scholarship. Yes, we have a different scholarship. For business, it's 25% if the student is eligible. And for the IT, but we call it design course, there is like 10, 15, 20, 25%, depending upon the student academic and score.
I think all this information is available in your website as well.
Yes, yeah, everything, tuition fee and everything is on the website. And for the health courses, we have a 15% scholarship.
Okay.
So there are different kind of scholarship. I need to know which course they want to study, and then their academic and IELTS.
So I think we have answered all the queries. We got one more. Are the course fees going to increase from the upcoming year, say 2021?
The tuition fee?
Yes.
That I cannot guarantee, because I'm not the one who look after the incremental and the reduction of tuition fee. So that is the purely decision of the management. So I think it might not increase because of the the situation that world went through. So I think there are less chances, I guess.
Generally, if we from our past experience, we think every year the fees at Australian education institutions go up by some percentage, but I think because of the impact of COVID-19, it might not happen this year.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of more queries here. If we get admission for online class for upcoming intake, I believe there won't be any problem for face-to-face classes from the High Commission side. Will be, that's the question. So he's just worried about the visa, I think, and also worried about joining online classes and having less chances of visa. That's his query.
The one thing for the online course is, for the Torrens, this is not the first time that we're giving an online course. We have been providing online courses since 5 to 6 years, because we have our MBA online course in UK, okay, and we have in China. So this is not the first time that we'll be providing an online course to the student. And secondly, we are the best for the online in Australia, because we were the only university that was providing online courses around the world. So we have so many students studying. So and secondly, we provide the course. We provide the course from the different software. It's called Blackboard. It's our only tailor-made. So when the student study online, our student, they get access to Cambridge University library, also e-library, which is very, very good for the student. Okay, and the third is, if you ask any student who has studied online with us, you'll get a very good feedback, because the difference between online and face-to-face is only the lecturer. Okay, when you study with us, you'll feel the same environment. Everything is same, because on online you'll be seeing the lecturer on your screen, but whereas in face to face you'll be seeing the lecturer speaking with him or her lively. So that is the only one difference. In online, what you do is, like, if you have a class at 7, or due to some internet problem or electricity, if you miss the class, you can again re-log in whenever you have internet, or after 1 hour, after 2 hours, whenever you have internet, you can re-log in and attend again the recorded one. The recorded one will be the exactly same like the class that you will be attending. So there will be not much difference. And the third is the best part about online is, like, you can study again and again and again. Like, let's say if you study at 7, it's all right. If you want to start again study at 10 o'clock, you can again log in and study. If you again want to study at 3 or 4, let's say. Whereas in face-to-face, you will not have that facility, because once the class is over, it's over. Whereas in online, you can log in again, repeat. So this is also good for the student.
Thank you for the answer. Sagar Gurung asks, he has completed his PCL in general medicine 3 years back.
Okay.
What are his options at Torrens?
PCL 3 years back, and in general medicine. So is it a pharmacy?
I reckon it's equivalent.
I think it's a pharmacy that he has on. If it's a pharmacy, then he hasn't to study. We have. Just a minute. So if you go to the website and click on the health courses, if he has completed the pharmacy, okay, I believe, because general medicine, I believe it's a pharmacy. So if he has completed the pharmacy, he can go for naturopathy or Western herbal medicine. Okay, these are the things he'll be eligible to study. And at the same time, I need to know what are the scores of his IELTS, because for the IELTS, in health courses, we have 2 types of health course. One is clinical. Okay, clinical meaning clinical nutrition, something to do with the hospital, the doctors. And there's another course which is the management, like public health. The health course, more to do with the management. So for the management, it's 6, not less than 5.5. But if you go for clinical side, the requirement is 6.5, not less than. Yes,
6.
It's a little bit more for the clinical side, because you'll be interacting with the nurses, the doctors. So you need to have a little bit of very good English to communicate.
The same person asks again, she wants assurance that if she joins online classes, there will be no problems when she lodges her visa from the High Commission side.
As for the visa for the High Commission, I cannot guarantee about your visa. But one thing is, like, what you have to think is, you apply visa, you are applying the student visa. So which means you have intention to study in Australia. So having an intention to study in Australia, you already are studying 1 unit in Nepal because of the lockdown or due to the travel ban. So you are already studying 1 unit, which shows that you really have an interest to study. So that will give an additional point when you apply to
a positive way rather than a negative way, because it shows your intention to study. You're doing something even while other people are sitting at home doing nothing. At least you are involved in some kind of study. So I think it should work positively in your favor. Yeah, we're done with the queries at the moment. So you can please go ahead with other things that you might have to say to the participants.
Okay, the other course is most like in Nepal, most of the students, they are very the technology courses, IT is very, very popular. So we call it design and creative technology, and this course is offered by Blue, the College of Design. Blue is one of the top colleges in New Zealand. Okay, and we also have in Australia as well. So the courses we have in Bilibili is communication and graphic design, interior design, digital media, branded fashion design. And if you are looking for IT, we have a programming, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, gaming. Okay, we call it Bachelor of Software Engineering. If you are interested to be a software engineer or software developer or more into database or more into the, let's say, cybersecurity, which most of the students are fascinated, so you can go for cloud computing. If you are want to go for artificial intelligence, this is the major, like for the IT, you can have one major out of these three. If you're into the gaming, you can go for a gaming program. Okay, these are the companies that you'll be doing internship. So I believe most of you know IBM, Sony, Vogue, and Marie Claire, and 7 News Channel, which is one of the top news channel in Australia. You can Bachelor of Software Engineering. You can do major 1 out of 3: game programming or AI or cloud computing. Okay, and it also will provide internship at the end of your the course. Requirement is the same for any course that will be going for a bachelor's degree. It'll be 2.66, not less than 5.5. And if you are going for a scholarship, you need to have 2.8 and 6.5 if you're going for business. If you want to go for IT, there's a different, let's say, it depends upon the academic. If you have a 2.8 to 3, you'll get 10, 15, and 20. It depends upon your academic and your IELTS course. And there's another course called education. This course is not the education that you'll be able to become a teacher. It's a different course. We call special education, special education, because after you graduate, you'll be able to work in the childcare, like the let's say the clinic or the organization who looks after autism, to train and to look after the autism. This course is required. It's like mental health. In health courses, we have a public health, Western health medicine, community service, naturopathy, clinical nutrition. So depending upon your background, like which the subject that you have completed in year 12, depends upon the course that you'll be choosing for your bachelor's degree.
Sorry to interrupt you here, sir. Someone has asked, is Bachelor of Applied Public Health course open for NEPLIS students? The answer is yes, and we are talking about it right now. So, Mr. Sudeep Portal, please be attentive, and you'll learn about the course right now and the requirements as well.
Yes, we do have a bachelor's plus master for public health. Does the student want to go for a bachelor's or the master's?
Bachelor's.
Bachelor's is, of course, it depends which course you have completed, because for Torrens, whichever course you want to study, either in bachelor's or master's, we do not have any issues. We allow the student to study. But before you go to Australia, you need to get a no objection letter from Minister of Education. There, you might face a problem because Nepalese government, they do not issue NOC if you have a similar the background, or like if you have a background of business and you cannot go for let's say the health courses. So these are the barrier that you might have it. But if you are from the health course, and you can go for the public health, of course, but the similar course you can go. But if you want to change change your career, the NOC, it'll have a problem issuing getting from the Ministry of Education.
So basically, someone trying to apply for a Bachelor of Applied Public Health course from Nepal should have 10+2 with biology major.
Biology, yes.
Yeah.
With a bio major.
Would you not accept any diplomas in this course?
As of now, no, we are not accepting any diplomas for offshore student.
Okay.
We do have a diploma courses, but that's only for the onshore student.
I mean, like if someone has done a PCL thing and then wants to do a Bachelor of Applied Public Health.
Yes, a PCL in what, in pharmacy, or it depends.
Anything related, that's what I meant.
No, PCL is basically year 12. So in PCL, which course has the student studied? Is it a bio or
nursing,
is it a health?
could be pharmacy, could be something
nursing,
related
yes.
to hospital.
Yeah, nursing, they can go for it.
Yeah. Okay, I got the answer for that.
The student, those student who has graduated from the health courses, these are the companies they'll be doing the internship. Beauty and spa, it's a diploma. Bachelor of Health Science, we have different courses in health science. So in here also, the bachelor is of course 3 years, and you'll be doing the practical in the 9th semester. Okay, it's a 3 months the industry placement. It's a public health, it's the same. Usually we provide at the end of your course, the practical. The requirement is same for any bachelor's or any master's. So here's the tuition fee for the social science and applied public health. It's $80,000 Australian for 3 years. So it'll be 3,362 for 1 unit. We have this course in Adelaide or online also, you can do it. So like I said before, the student, they can study online for September intake and go for face-to-face in another intake, let's say February. We have February 2021. And if you're asking for the Master in Public Health, it's 45,400 for Australian dollar for 2 years and 2,800 per semester per unit. And we do have an English college as well. But those of you who has a less IELTS score than our requirement, and we only focus for masters, because for the bachelors we do not issue the COE with the English. So for the masters, if you have a less requirement, let's say in masters we need 6.5 not less than 6, but if you score 6 not less than 6 or 6.5 and one band 5.5, you'll need to go with the English plus your academic course. So for those students, we'll offer at 10 weeks or 20 weeks, depending upon your IELTS score.
Is EAP available online at the moment?
Yes, it is. Okay, EAP is available in all locations. Okay, so as said before, scholarship, yes, we do have a scholarship for different courses depending upon your academic and your IELTS. So I need to know your the profile in order to tell you the scholarship. But basically for the business, yes, we go, the 25% is a flat as soon as you are eligible, and you get scholarship for whole course. Either you go for a bachelor's degree, you'll get scholarship for 3 years. If you go for master's, you'll get a scholarship for 2 years. So that means you'll have a scholarship on your total tuition fee. So okay, that's it for the Torrens. If you have any other questions.
Well, there's one more, but I think we can deal with it on a phone call. I can personally call this person, and then you want some info on bachelor options in hospitality management. I think I can provide that to him. I would not like to take much of your time anymore.
Sure, no problem.
I'd like to thank you for joining us today and
Mhm.
providing your valuable time. Grace International's Virtual EduFair 2020 has been a really good platform for universities and students to come together and share information and ideas and get updated about everything that's going on during this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much, Sunil sir, once again. And
Thank you very much, Manish.
we hope to see you very soon once the offices are open. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you,
You have
Manish.
a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Chris. Thank you, you
Thank you.
too. Okay, bye.